Today I'm here with another question. So this is fourth question, right? So that means in your question paper you have 7 questions. So out of them you have to select 5 questions, and in each question you have separate 4 parts. So here this is the fourth part. Okay, so you can gain 16 marks for this part. So here it has mentioned four. Using examples, explain 4 types of creative programs of radio media. Right? So here they are asking about the creative programs in this radio media. So you can see I have selected 1, 2, 3 and 4 points. So like that way you also need to do that. Actually I have put some Sinhala words because in order to understand, but that has become a mess. Okay, so don't, never mind that. So let's read it. Okay, so the first one, it says radio drama. So radio dramas are there, right? So you can see actually most of the time nowadays you are not listening to radio, no, but try to listen them. Actually they are very interesting, right? How they are using the language, right? How they are using the sound patterns in order to vivid picture inside our mind, because we cannot see any visual in the radio media, only the voices or the sounds are there. So how they are actually, they can nicely create a picture inside our mind through those kind of different creative language usage, and also with using different sounds. Right now think about, for example, if they need to represent a Toby situation, right? Sometimes just like to give the adventure, right? So what they are using different beating sounds, drum beating, sometimes hooting, and sometimes owls are screaming, right? So there are different sounds that they can use in order to provide this kind of context. Okay, so that is very interesting. So you try to use that and try to see how they are using this language and also the sound patterns in order to do this communication. So here radio dramas are there. Actually there are local and global examples I have given you, but remember those local examples. I have given global examples because you can see those things also, you can use them also, right? But here remember those local, that means our context, right? Example. So here I have given you 2 dramas. So what are they? Muan Palace and Monara Tan, right? So most of your grandmas and grandparents, they know about these things. So ask from them, so they can teach you this kind of thing, they interestly, creatively, by using different words, right? So remember, so what are the answers? Muan Palace and Monra Tan. Okay, so then I have selected another thing, that is feature feature and documentary programs, a radio feature or documentary program. So when we think about that one, also I have selected some examples. Mm, uh, Now when we think about this kind of feature or documentary programs, they are talking about something, that means maybe a production, maybe another thing invented. Okay, so those kind of thing, they are talking about different birds, right? Different animals, right? And their behaviors, those kind of thing, right? So like that way I have selected something. Actually they are a radio feature exploring the lives of traditional mask makers in Ambalangoda, right? So that is a documentary, how the people are working, how the people are living with those mask making, right? So how they are doing those things, what are the sounds that they can hear. Actually they are going to make the context using the sounds, right? They cannot use the pictures, right? So they are using only the words. So you can see the live sounds of wood carving, traditional drumming, and emotional personal interviews with aging artist. Okay, so these are the words, these are the sounds that they can use in order to represent. This is the process mask making, like that way. So they are using this kind of live sounds in order to represent that situation, right? So you also can use these kind of examples, and you can write your answer in a creative way, so then you can grasp total marks from the examiner, right? So that is with you. Then the third one, it says musical and aesthetic features. Actually musical programs are there, so here you can see some examples: Manohari and Prabandha Rasa Rasayanaya, actually Rasaswade, I think. So like that way, there are some uh, musical featured programs also, musical things, right? Pandit Amaradeva. So like that way, they are getting the songs from those kind of personalities, and they are talking about those things. They are trying to give the basic understanding. Actually, when you think about a music or else a song, actually there are so many versions, so many texts, right? So inside the text there is a subtext, right? So they try to talk about those things in those programs, right? And also sometimes they are giving the entertainment. They are doing this one for the entertainment purpose. Like that way, um, you can write a description in order to do that one. Okay. So then the fourth one, it says docudramas, means documentary dramas. That means here you can see Uva Rebellion, Kapatipola Disave. So historical drama, right? So like that way, you can use the radio as a source to do this kind of docudramas. Okay, so like that way you also can. And also you can see advertisements are there, no? So in advertisements they are using different sounds, different voices, right, in order to represent those things. And also different text, no? So by listening that one, automatically we also can remember some advertisements, right? So without forcing, we can remember those things through this radio media. Okay, so these are the things that I have selected. So search on them, Mohan Palace and Monrathanna. So if you can try to hear those things, so that is very interesting, actually amazing, because how they are using only the sounds in order to represent this kind of huge thing, right? So yeah, that is it. So here the question is, using examples, explain 4 types of creative programs of radio media. So you have to find 4 types of creative programs in the radio media, and you have to explain them, and also you have to give suitable examples. So in order to do that one, you have to listen to the radio media.